Pregnant Texas woman says she's hopeful after judge grants emergency request to get her an abortion. Yeah, my understanding is this woman, it has, there's a condition where if she goes through a regular pregnancy, not only is the fetus basically like guaranteed dead, but it also could be at great risk to her. And there was a prosecutor who was threatening to charge her with murder or something, but apparently she's been given an emergency request from a judge. Yeah, I think, is this article from before or after the threat from the prosecutor? Just an attorney with the journalist, Cox husband. Jonathan Stone. Does Jonathan typically have an H when it's Jonathan? Like, I know John has an H, but doesn't Jonathan usually just go Jon? Jonathan Stone, an attorney with the Texas Attorney General's office who represented the state in her hearing, argued that Cox and her husband had not sufficiently demonstrated that they would suffer immediate and irreparable injury without an abortion. The only party that's going to suffer an immediate and irreparable harm if the judge grants the requested order is the state. Stone pushed instead for an evidentiary hearing. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, this guy's a lunatic, by the way, open fascist. He's the one who said that he would be ready to enforce anti-sodomy laws if it was made legal. Asked the Texas Supreme Court to issue an emergency stay to block the judge's order. Yeah, so right now, I guess the Texas AG is fighting tooth and nail to make sure that this woman whose fetus is dead has to, you know, carry forward birth. Can't believe that got revoted in. Yeah, well, if it's any positive news, keep in mind that behavior like this is negatively polarizing women of all races and socioeconomic backgrounds towards Democrats. It's really difficult to look at stuff like this as a woman, and you know, not take away. Yeah, this is not very popular behavior. The fetus is dead. What the fuck is going on? It doesn't matter. Wasn't there literally just a case of a woman being charged with like improper disposal of a corpse because she'd had a miscarriage in a toilet and flushed it or something? Which is, by the way, sounds horrible, but it also happens all the time. It's a miscarriage. It's just the state like going after people. Woman's miscarriage leads to abuse of corpse. Heads to grand jury. It's a felony. I guess the implication from the state is that if a woman has a miscarriage, she has to like get a to-go box and bring it to like a crematorium or something, or like bury it in the yard. I have no idea what the implication of that is. It's a miscarriage. Like that's literally what the state is saying. Like, yeah, fish it out of the toilet with a pool net. Yeah, insane, genuinely insane. This could literally mean a woman with a period with a fertilized egg could be charged before a jury for having periods. Yes, and I'm pretty sure there's some precedent to that as well, where like there have been states that have been trying to get data on like women's fertility cycles or whatever, so that if missed periods are had, that it could be like an indication of a fertilized egg. I would have to go back over it, but like, yeah, the legal and moral implications of what they've been trying to do genuinely defy belief. They're not even possible to enforce. Messing with a corpse is a serious crime? Yeah, it is, but a miscarriage isn't a corpse by any reasonable definition, you know? Keep in mind, something like 2/3 of fertilized eggs get ejected, don't they? Wait, no, not 2/3. A significant portion of fertilized eggs just get shed with the lining sometimes. Like, it happens. There's just that happens, right? It's pretty normal. Like, are those all corpses? Right, they don't implant. They don't embed themselves into the wall or something. I mean, they're all fertilized eggs. I love cases like this because it directly proves it's literally just about controlling women's bodies. Yeah, exactly. And I've always said this, but it is nice when it's clear, you know, that none of this has anything to do with, as if this wasn't clear enough from the fact that Republicans would rather die than provide any kind of like, you know, state provisions to new mothers, you know, anything to like feed the kids or whatever. They don't care about any of that. It's just a way of controlling women. Again, fascism, sexual insecurity, blah, blah, blah. Wait, I'm confused. Can Vosh explain what a uterus is? A uterus is the thing that they draw in the transparency shots where you see the cum go like up into it and splash like somebody's popped a cork on the champagne, you know? Sometimes girls, and if they're really horny, boys will get them tattooed on their lower abdomen, and it's a sign that they like anal, I think. It's like a cultural thing, you know? It's an ancient Western tradition. Whoa, that's a great idea. I didn't make it up. It's like a succubus thing. All right, a lot of the people who are actually getting these are cowards. They're not nearly large enough. If you're going to get a goddamn uterus womb tattoo, you got to make that shit huge. But whatever. I forgive them. Oh, do we have a little man visit? Yeah? Just walking right on that keyboard, huh? Hello. Yeah? Hello! Who gave you balls? Why do you have balls? Who taught you? Wow! Look at this. Look at this little guy. You want to let go of my expensive shirt? New clothes? You want to let go? You want to let go? We thinking about letting go? We contemplating? Nope, he's gripping harder. Okay. Ow. Oh my goodness. Speaking of dressing well, you're pretty drippy yourself, Ruben. How? He is content. Okay. Blocking the camera entirely. Ooh.